Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, as you can see on screen, we've got round 8 of the GR3 team versus team event hosted by Next Gen. Tonight we are from Blue Moon Raceway at Infield A Circuit. It's a bit of a tricky one. Let's get ourselves out there and go and have a look. Quali's already started. So here at the Blue Moon Bay Speedway Infield A Circuit, you can see that strange bean-shaped circuit. Can be a little bit tricky. There's a hairpin, there's almost a couple of 90-degree turns, which are easy to get wrong. Let's just have a quick look, see who's in the lobby. JRC 87 is a filler driver tonight. Decided to come in anyway. Hot Pav 46, NRC Daniel Ball, the Ablo, Louis, NGR Gr3 back in the league for some reason, out of nowhere. Gr3, what are you playing at? GT Adey Gee, MRC Bobby, Marty V, Artie, and Arfilo, Moss, 1984 JRC, we've already spoken about. So, 12 drivers on track, should be good. Let's see what happens. So let's get ourselves back on track. From the start. Come on, keep doing that. Why do I do that? So first man on track, NGR Gr3. I've already got hot laps in. We'll see on a 106.3 currently. Dark smoker sticker, just like I told him. Good lad. See him smash down the rear quarter of his car. I did tell him he's joining this league, he's got to stick a massive red dark smoker sticker on, and he's done exactly that. So he's now just been pushed down into second. MRC Daniel Ball. Just missed someone smashing into the wall there. So that was 106.029. So Gr3's. 6.99 from Gr3, 106.6. Louis on 106.9. MRC Bobby putting himself straight, 106.9.80 for him. Diablo is on 107.3. We'll see how the Audi gets on around here tonight, and the Mercedes, actually quite big wide cars. So Marty VR 107.8 is fastest. Arfilo. Street boys here. So Arfilo 108.5. Moss 1984 108.9. Fastest lap on those 106.3. Picked up a penalty that doesn't count. So Pav 46 on 118. He's got fast. Pav down in 11th currently. JRC across the line with a 107.2. Still needed, 106.0 for him. So it should be a good race tonight. As I say, it's quite a short track. It can be quite awkward. This turn in particular, easy to avoid, smash into that barrier, losing all the time, all the speed. Down this long start-finish straight. Stream's going to play a part in tonight's races. We are back in the two-race format for you guys tonight. 15 minutes for quali first of all, halfway through that now, and then we go to the first of tonight's races. Let me just remind myself how it is. I'm sure I said about 18 laps. Come on. first race, 18 laps. 100% fuel, any tyres for the race, between racing softs and racing hards. They don't have to stop if they don't need to. And then for race 2, that was a 28 lap race. They started 70% full. Do have to pit on that one, and they're not allowed to pit before the end of race lap 7. Also, race 2, the top 3 in race 1 pick up a small bit of success ballast. So 5 clicks for the leader, 4 clicks for second place, and 3 clicks for third place. So it just adds a little bit more weight, and it's a reverse grid as well, so they have to start back. Should see quite a few laps around here. TNR Philo then, he's putting the fastest now, 105.5. So half a second quicker than Dangling Balls. Evening mate, how you doing? Got a big shout out to R80 actually. He's sending me steering wheel pedals and things like that, which is going to give away on the channel. Luke Ryan has received those. He will be receiving those either this weekend or next few days anyway. So yeah, big shout out to John Riley. R80 Racing, set up with that stuff. I don't know how I can thank you enough, mate. You know, but yeah, he's let me give it away on the channel. It's going to be received by a very thankful owner, and probably his kids. So flick through the TOR field, still leading. 105.5. MRC Dangling Balls at 106.0. Have again 106.264. Pot fourth 106.3. So a little bit quicker on that lap 3. Pushed on into fifth now, 106.3. He's just put in though. Getting control of that there in Z4. JLC 87. Shiny Corvette, he's put 106.7 in. 106.9 for Louis. GTW SLS Mercedes, 106.9 for him, 8th place on the grid, and about 10 minutes into quali, 5 minutes left. Habs back in the pits looking for a fresh set. Martin R in 10th on 107.0. Diablo might be struggling on this track. 107.3 for Diablo. GTW slipstream through there. Back end touch. Next turn, tricky ones. To that grass, try and my mic is very quiet. Okay, let me see if I can sort that out. That's not cricket. How's that? Is that better? Diablo has put a fast lap in now then at 106.01. Looking to third, pushes Pab down a spot. Pot now down in fifth. I managed to better that 106.3. And flying 6 now, then 106.3 from him as well. JRC 106.7. Right, is it better now? Have I sorted it? I've got all sorts of ways of messing about with that. So Bobby in 8th, then 106.8 for him currently. Louis 106.9, not managed to better that since lap 2. GT Delhi B is usually pretty quick around this track. back of that 107.0. He's got a 106.6 on the board there, but it doesn't count. So back in the pits then for Marty VR. Moss 1984, got a little bit quicker on that lap 8, 107.1. Street Boy just sitting in the pits, looking like he's going to start from the back of the grid. I don't know whether he's picked up a penalty actually. Unfortunately this week I haven't got scores to show you guys. The guy doing it was moving house, he can't do it, he's under pressure, fair enough. TNR Fielder then, still holding that top spot, 105.5. Car's looking a little bit beaten up on the front though. So 2.5 minutes left. Looks like Potter McPot's trying to get a bit of a toe off Dangling Ball down the start finish straight as well on this qualifying. Let's see what he puts in. I'll see what they both put in as they come across the line. So Potter puts in a 106.0, that chucks him up into third. 106.2 for Dangling Ball on that last lap. Potter McPot looking to go a bit quicker, utilising Dangling Ball's toe there. Just on board with Potter McPot. Hard on the brakes into this hairpin. Is he going to see one or two overtakes through here? It's going to take a little mistake through there for someone to take a move down the inside. And probably this double apex little hairpinish kind of thing here. Run a bit wide through there. Easy to lose a position or run it wide onto that grass. And this corner, come out too wide on the exit, smash into the wall. So can Potter go quicker this lap? 106.5. Fry just parked up having a chat with somebody. Cliche, I watched your stream Friday night. You were steaming. It was quite funny. I was laughing. Burnt Fry back on track then. So 6th place for Burnt Fry currently. Not bad, being as he's back in this league. First time in a while. Fresh car, he's had a bit of trouble with that, we've seen. He was in the back end. Currently 6th place on the grid with just 15 seconds left. So this is looking like your grid order. TNR Philo in first, he just goes a little bit quicker, 105 and a 105.341. Sneaky Philo, lost all that fuel. Dangly Balls in second, Potts in third. Pav 46 is going to be in fourth, he has gone quicker but managed to take that position back off Potter McPot, so fourth for Pav. Diablo 5th, Burnt Fry in 6th, MRC Bobby in 7th, JRC 87 in 8th, Louis in 9th, GT Delhi B in 10th, RTVR in 11th, Moss 1984 in 12th, and Street Boy is going to start from the back of the pack. Nice. Good to hear, R80. So I think we're just waiting for Potter McPot to do the business. So 18 laps first race, or is he just practicing his starts, the sneaker? Yeah, TNR Philo, so here we go then. A few seconds till this race start. Let's hope we don't get any lobby issues. Ball having a little practice start there as well. Let me grab myself a bit of brown fizzy pop. So a good turnout in tonight's lobby. Let's see if we end up with all 13 drivers. There's bound to be one or two incidents with this track. Can't see a light, so they are just going to get off. Now, It's not a great start for Potter. Burnfry's got a good run on him. Looking to make a move down the outside. He's got that position. He's also got a run on Philo. Dagley Ball and Pav have just snuck straight through. The two Audis getting good starts off the line. Followed by Philo in third. He's managed to fend off Burnfry through that first little sector. Oh, but Pav's running wide. Maybe a little bit of contact with MRC Dagley Ball, and didn't see any sort of serious contact, but maybe just ran a little bit wide, trying to avoid Dagley Balls. So Burnfry up into third, Potter fourth. Putting the pressure on Burnfry in the same car, the Z4. Burnfry looking to make moves around the outside of, he has done, past MRC Dagley Ball around the outside of that double apex hairpin. JLC up into fifth, MRC Bobby sixth. Starting out as a good race, Diablo seventh, then RTVR in eighth, Pav back on track in ninth. Street Boy 10th, he's made up a position of two. Street Boy already in the pit, so it looks like damage for these two. GT Delhi B now at the back of the pack. So Philo's got back up to the front then, half a second lead. So we've already lost Moss. I think he's had a bit of connection issues throughout the evening. So Philo leading, Burnfry up into second, Dagley Ball third, Potter McPot fourth. Might have to go on board with somebody here. Let's just have a look at this melee of cars driving through. So four in front, we've got four behind as well. Some close racing action in this championship. Some really good drivers. Very clean, respectful. It's bumping and a barging as you expect. So you can see everybody trying to link into the next man's slipstream. Apart from Pav, who's sat way out wide at the back. Is he trying to make a move? He did look like he was trying to get past Marty VR there. Not quite able to do that. But right on his tail now after that start finish straight. He's gone down the inside of him as well. Marty VR, thought he would have had the inside from this turn. Pav's run himself a little bit wide. Back on track now though, back up into 8th. Good driving from Pav. He'll be upset about that off-track action. So Marty VR looking to try and stay bolted onto the back of Pav. Let's just jump back up to the front. Philo still leading. Now more of a gap over Burnfry, that's up to a second now. That will come down this start-finish straight if he stays in the slipstream. So Burnfry second, Dagley Ball's being chased closely by Potter Pot in fourth. He's a little bit too far back to make a move here. So we're still on to that full JRC fifth then, got Diablo right on his tail as well. So Corvette versus Audi right now. Chrome paint job of JRC 87th Corvette must be blinded Diablo. He's only just got up. JRC's run wide, so he loses a place to Diablo. He's not going full race pace, so MRC Bobby sneaks through. Pav sneaks through as well. So JRC from 5th to 8th then. He won't be happy about that either. Marty VR nearly had a chance of getting past, unfortunately he's still in 9th position. Louis then 15.7 seconds back. Street Boys 3.4 back in 11th from Louis. GT Delhi B. So Tom Delhi's been in for tyres and damage repair. 13 seconds back, sitting in 12th place. We've lost Moss, as I say, having connection issues. Philo then extended his gap 1.4. Burnfry unable to close that down on him. Made a bit of a gap over old Potter McPot then. He's got past MRC Dangly Ball. I didn't see that. Diablo then right on Dangly Ball's tail now then. Dangly Ball must have made a mistake to allow Diablo to catch up that quickly. So Potter up into the third, so he's now got to close the gap on Burnt Fry in exactly the same car in front. Gap's down to 2 seconds already. So there's only 18 laps. So quite short laps they are too, so quite a few. So into lap 6 then. It's an awkward little track, this one. Let's go and find... Bam! Let's go on board with Louis for a lap around this Blue Moon Bay Raceway Infield A. So down start-finish straight then. It is usually a great big ovally kind of track. So onto the infield section, onto the banked race track again. Easy to lose the back end through these corners, through this almost 90-degree left, easy to run wide through there as well. Into this almost 90-degree right, again easy to run wide on the exit of this. Hard on the power then, through this little kink to the left. Hard on the brakes, just before the 50 board, through this hairpin. So back on the power then for Louis. And back on the brakes again for this double apex. Back on the power, and now another almost 90-degree left. This is the one you can easily run it out wide, smash into that outside wall there. Lose a lot of time onto this start-finish straight. A clean lap from Louis. We'll stay on board and see what he's got while we're with him. Jump back to the racing. So he puts in a 107.2 then. So Philo still leading, 3.4 second gap now over NGR Gr3. Looks like Gr3 might have made a little mistake as well, so Potter's closed that gap down on him. Down to 1.4. Dangly Ball just getting it wrong out of that double apex hairpin as well. Allowing Pav to sneak through. Where did Pav come from? Where's Diablo? Hold on. Where's Diablo gone? Diablo's down in 9th. Oh, he's holding all sorts of damage, so he's got it wrong somewhere as Diablo. He was in 4th place, chasing down Potter McPot. Sorry, 5th. So all sorts of damage for Diablo in the pits to get that repaired. Fresh set of tyres as well, why not? So big lead for TNR Philo, 5.2 seconds. Good points on the board for him. Holding fastest lap as well with 105.7. Potter's got past Gr3, so another mistake from Gr3 has allowed Potter up into 2nd. So Potter's got 10 laps then. To try and make up 5.3 seconds on race leader TNR Philo. We'll come back to Potter. NGR Gr3 then losing a bit more time. A couple of little mistakes creeping in for Gr3. So Pav then's come out of nowhere, up into 4th. Driving like a maniac. He's only 8 seconds back from race lead himself, considering he's been off track. That's not bad at all, Pav. So there are no points in it, but vote for driver of the day in the comments or in the chat, or if it's post-race or in-race or whichever. So yes, it is a team versus team event hosted by Next Gen, sponsored by TOR on Team Oliver Racing. And cheers to the guys at TOR for that. So we have got a little bit of a glitch from MRC Dangly Ball. We have got 4 different sim racing groups in here tonight. We've got Next Gen Racing, we've got Mature Racing Club, we've got SimFX, we've got P1 Racing Community. So 4 different sim racing groups fighting it out. We've got 2 lobbies open as well. We've got the Pro and the Pro-Am. This is the Pro you're watching now. So there are several other sponsors of this league as well. We've got David Appleby Engineering, we've got XI Energy Drinks, Thrustmaster, GT Amiga, Joyce Designs, Corbeau. There's a fair few. All links will be in description. All links to the sim racing groups will be in description as well. I'll be coming in the pits then, looking for fresh tyres. Marty VR in 8th, so just jumps back up into 7th. Already been in the pits though, fresh set of racing softs, half a tank for Marty VR. So Diablo been in as well, back down in 9th position. Living 10th. Got a bit of wear on those softs, not doing too bad though. Street Boy 11th. GT Adey Gee. So he's made up time on Street Boy. He's only 5 seconds back. He was about 13 from his closest driver on the track. So let's go and have a look back at TNR Philo. 6.2 seconds. He now decides to come in the pits. He's got half a tank of fuel. He should get around the rest of this race. So just a quick stop for tyres. Potem Pot comes in, Pav comes in, Burnt Fry comes in as well. Philo's now been released. Potem Pot now gets released, so exactly the same gaps. All these drivers only taking on tyres. Fuel should last them to the end of the race. Still not that far back, 1.4 seconds for Potem Pot. Still in with a chance. Pav 46 then in that 4th position. We'll be looking to put the pressure on Burnt Fry. What's that gap? 1.4 at the minute. Coming down pretty quickly as well. So we'll see if Pav can get past Burnt Fry before the end of this race. JRC up into 5th. So he did run himself wide. Was down in 8th position. Back up into 5th currently. Marty VR in 6th. MRC Bobby just come out of the pits on the freshened tyres. Just drifting the rear end of that BMW though. Dangly Ball then, now down in 8th position. Was fighting out of the front of the pack at the start of this race. Unfortunately now down in 8th. Far back from Bob though, closing in. Still 6 laps remaining. So Diablo in 9th, he was holding quite heavy damage, front and rear damage is set on heavy, so they do have to enter the pits to get that repaired. It does not repair itself as they go around the track. It'll be in 10th then. GT Adey Gee's got past the Street Boy. The Street Boy been in the pits now then. GT Adey Gee might lose this position if he decides to come back in for a fresh set. No, they're not looking too bad, Delhi. They could roll another 6 laps on those. So Street Boy now down at the back of the pack, but if he stays there, he will get P1 in race 2. TNR Philo, just as we flick to him, sticks in fastest lap of the race, a 1:05.0. 7.6 second lead over Potem Pot now. So extended that gap by about 2 seconds. Burnt Fry coming under some serious pressure for that 3rd place. Just running himself a bit wide there. Pav's almost side by side as they head down towards the hairpin. They are. Pav's got the inside line as well. A good bit of driving from Pav. After some off-track action at the start of this race, he's fought his way back through up into 3rd. Now only 2.2 back from Potem Pot in that 2nd position. So as they come round to start lap 14, there's still opportunities for Pav. Still not a bad second debut for Burnt Fry in this league. 4th position currently. JLC in 5th. Meaty sounding Corvette. Marty VR rolling in 6th. coming under pressure from Bob, and Bob is also coming under pressure from Dangly Ball, so side by side through there. Bob winning out though. Dangly Ball taking the tighter line, trying to close that gap on Bob. And he does seem really loose. Not sure whether it's just Dangly Ball's setup, or whether it's the car in general. I've not actually had a rag in this Audi myself. So still with MRC Bob. MRC Bobby putting the pressure back on Marty VR though. See who wins out in the battle of the Toad at the start finish straight here. They're all close enough to gain. So you can see Dangly Ball closing in on Bob. Marty VR trying to lose Bob from his toe, but Bob's going to run around the outside if he's brave enough. Dangly Ball's trying to run around the outside of Bob. He was carrying a lot of speed through there, Dangly Ball. Unfortunately, no position changes currently. Marty VR still holding that 6. MRC Bobby trying to fight his way past. Dangly Ball's got a good run. He should have chucked himself down the right-hand side of MRC Bobby into that turn there. Marty VR's run himself a little bit wide though. Bobby's got the run, but Marty VR's gone defensive into this hairpin. Bobby should, if he holds the position, should have the position into this next turn. He has got his front wing in front. So he's held his nerve, Bob. Up into 6, good drive past Marty VR, very clean. Dangly Ball then, looking to close the gap now. He's got a good run out of this turn. He's going to chuck himself up the back end of Marty VR, throw himself around the left-hand side. Almost boxed in Marty VR then. Bobby trying to block him off, but MRC Dangly Ball's way too quick down here. So up into 7th then for Dangly Ball. MRC Bobby back in 8th. Oh, has Dangly Ball got past Marty VR? He has now. So it's a good battle here for 6th position. MRC Dangly Ball winning out currently. I'll just flick through. See what's going on at the front. TNR Philo now 9.2 seconds up the road. Pot unable to do anything about that. He's got Pav now in 3rd position, 1.8 seconds back, 1.7 now. Gap coming down. Onto lap 16, just about to start lap 17. Price still holding 4th. JRC still 5th. Dangly Ball winning out in that battle for 6th. MRC Bobby still holding 7th. So the gap's just starting to break open between these 3. They are just within the slipstream range. So Diablo unfortunately out of that slipstream range in 11th position. Louis in 10th. GTW in 11th. Looks like we've lost Street Boy as well. So Philo then, 10-second lead. SimFX driver in the BMW. Pot driving for everyone in everything. Holding 2nd position, unable to close that gap on Philo though. Perhaps managed to close the gap on him from 1.7 down to 1.4. Only 1 lap left to do it. Pot chucking himself over to the left-hand side of the track, trying to break the toe from Pav. Big gap developed back to Burnt Fry, 4.2 seconds. So on to final lap now then. Let's go and find race leader. So he's had a good drive. He did lose 1st position off the line to the 2 Audis. Came under pressure from a couple of the other drivers as well, but held his nerve, got himself back up into 1st place. And just slowly crept away with it. So 10.5 seconds the gap between himself and Potter. Last lap of the race for TNR Philo, some extra points on the board, pole position as well. So that's it, TNR Philo wins that one. Good driving Philo. Potter McPot then coming home in second. Only just though, Pav 46. Woo! Pav 46 right on him there at the end. Both guys handbraking across the line. Burnfry comes home in fourth position. JRC in fifth. Dangley Ball holding out and then getting that sixth position done and made. Bobby in seventh. Martin VR in eighth. Diablo coming home in ninth position. So a bit of a fight from the middle of the pack for Diablo. Handbrake across the line, good. Louis, great big screaming handbrake across the line from Louis in 10th. GT Deli B. What's GT Deli B got for me? Nice. And into the wall before the line handbrake. That's spectacular. So there's your positions. No, they're not. Paul Scales. How you doing? Yeah, Potter came second in that one. Didn't do too bad at all. Nice victory for TNR Philo. Pav coming home in third after his off-track action at the start of the race. So we've got a few minutes gap for you guys, and then we jump into race 2. It's a reverse grid of this race you've just watched. Top 3 drivers have to take on extra clicks of weight as well and start from the back of the pack. So that does compromise their second race, but it is a slightly longer race. It's mandatory pit stop as well. They aren't allowed to hit the pits. They can hit the pits for car repairs, but they can't hit the pits for tyre change before the end of lap 7. I think I read that right. It's either lap 7 or the end of lap 7. So lap 8. So we'll see how the top 3 get on. TNR Philo, Potter McPot and Pav 46. Sean, evening mate. Yep, missed race 1. Yes, he did. Only just. TNR Philo taking the win. Potter McPot coming in second. Pav having a really good race. So he got knocked off track in like the 3rd corner at the start of the race. And yeah, came back to take 3rd. So yeah, good driving from Pav. If there was points for driver of the day, he'd get them for that race. So yeah, we've got a few minutes gap before race 2. I'm just going to brown fizzy pop myself. We don't want copyright issues on this channel. Yeah, so Dangly Ball just in the PlayStation chat, just saying sorry if he hit Pav right at the start of that race. So maybe there was a little bit of contact between the 2 drivers. They were very close, didn't get a great angle on it from how far back they were. I wasn't sure if it was Pav just trying to avoid Dangly Ball or if there was actually contact, but Dangly Ball apologising anyway. Who is Sean Daniels? Me and you? Or you and R80? Me and thee, lad, as Pav would say. Me and thee. Chewy F1, how you doing, brother? How did your online streamy thing go? Can't remember what it was now. I know it wasn't Gran Turismo because your PlayStation went up in smoke. iRacing or whatever it is you're playing at the minute. How did it go? Good stream, good race. Go check Pav out. Pav, or go check Pav out anyway. He's got a channel. Go check Chewy out, Chewy F1 on Twitch. Go and I don't know if it's subscribe on Twitch or like, follow, shout at, whatever it is. Go and do it. He's another northerner, is our Chewy. Me and you, Sean Daniel, same league. Oh. Are you quick or are you not quick? I've got to worry about you or not. You've got to worry about me. I'm just a flipping liability. I nearly swore then. But I'm not streaming my races this season. 7th out of 34th. Nice, Chewy. Nice. Yes, Sean, and everyone else. I'm not streaming my races this season because, as amusing as it is to you lot to watch me spin off and say every swear word under the sun and call people out, right? I can't concentrate. I can't concentrate enough because I know I'm streaming and I know, you know, you lot are listening, so I've got to kind of talk. I can't just shut up. I'm usually talking just as I'm heading into a corner and then I go, oh yeah, I've got to turn here, and then it's too late and I crash into the wall. No, there's no streaming. There's no streaming, Sean. I'm not doing it. I just said. So, Potomac Pot then, just changing the settings for race 2. Let's just make sure, have a quick look over, make sure he's got them right. Good order, reverse to reverse grid. Based on previous race results, 70 litres. Yeah, overtaking Bliggity Bloing. Have the top 3 put their weight bias on though, that's what needs to happen. So next race is at 21:20. You've got a good 6 minutes of waffling. Burnt Fry, how you doing? That wasn't a bad start, a restart, re-debut to your GR3 league. It wasn't your debut because you've been here and gone before. Can't have that. I know, Sean, I know. But I want to try and better my racing. I want to, you know, like I say, as much as it is amusing for you lot to watch me spinning around and shouting and stuff, winds me up because I want to do better. I know I don't, you know, I say I don't want to, I'm not bothered about positions. I'm not bothered about positions, but I just want to better my racing, and I'm not getting enough wheel time as it is. The wheel time I am getting, I'm not concentrating on it enough. So I might rename myself Crash Bandicoot for a bit. I'm good, Burnfry. I'm good. So yeah, a few more minutes for race 2 then. Unfortunately, like I say, I haven't got points for you guys this week. The guy's moving house. Well, that's what he tells me anyway. Who knows? There is a second lobby open tonight. We've got the Pro and the Pro-Am. Pro-Am is being streamed live by Adey Gee. So go check out Adey Gee on YouTube and then come straight back here and finish off watching this stream. It's exactly the same setup. Probably just different cars, obviously different drivers. But yeah, it'll be at the same track, same amount of laps, same setup. The only reason they're separated is due to the fact that they did a qualifying session at the start of this season where they just had to put a time trial lap in at Nürburgring, and that just determined whether they were in the Pro or the Pro-Am lobby. And I can imagine there wasn't a lot in between any of them, to be honest. It is nearly race time. We're at 21:17. You've got 3 minutes according to my clock, Sean. But obviously this stream's probably delayed by about 30 seconds, so by the time you see it, it's probably about 2 minutes. Yeah, a couple of minutes remaining. Well, again, on my clock, probably by the time you see this, a minute. For some reason, Streamlabs does seem to take a little bit of time to send the signal back out to YouTube, which is bizarre because it comes straight out of my PlayStation into my PC, straight out of my PC to my TV in blim of a second. But it can't send it out to the internet at the same time doing that. Stop it. There you go, R80, big fan of Chewy D's, or Chewy F1. So, Potter Pot just setting the grid order. Street Boy back in the lobby, back in the race, so maybe he's having connection issues too tonight. So here we go. 10 seconds of waiting around. We've got people doing donuts. Appreciate that though, Burn Fry. So GT Adey B will start at the front. Oh no, will he? No, he probably won't. Street Boy left. And so did Moss 1984. Adey B just having a few practice starts as well, maybe, or maybe not. Pav going for a bit of a driftathon. Burnfry is actually racing his car right now. Chewy F1 on Twitch, spread the word. Are you on YouTube as well, Chewy? I don't know if you're on. Are you on YouTube? I'm sure you're on. I don't even know. Oh, Burnt Fry causing trouble on track. Dangly Ball's going to get out and knock you out then, mate. Should have seen his face right in front of the camera. Angry. Just waiting for this second race to start. We're late already. Come on then, Chewy. Don't just say, yeah, I am. What is it? Is it Chewy F1? Is it Chewy D? Is it Chonky Dong? Fry's got nothing left on his rear tyres. It looks like that was his plan from the start of this little practice session. They do get reset. Lucky boy. So Street Boy left the room again now then. Maybe it is connection issues for Street Boy. There you go. Chewy F1 just confirming his Chewy F1 YouTube status. Go give him a like and subscribe and stuff. Tell him I sent you, although you don't have to tell him because he's here. You can talk to him now if you want. people who are watching after the race. Go like and subscribe. Tell him I sent you. So with Potham at Pot coming on track, we can't be far off. Price decided he's going to try and destroy another pair of tyres before the end of this little practice sesh. Big chunk of glitch from Dangly Ball. So we're into race 2, reverse grid, top 3 hold extra weight, 28 laps, they start with 70% of fuel, and they can't pit stop before the end of lap 7. They can for damage, but not for tyres. You can use any tyres between racing hards and racing softs. That's grid order, so Adey Gee takes the lead in this one, reverse grid from race 1. Louis in 2nd, Diablo 3rd, no Street Boy, so Street Boy would have started at the front. Diablo 3rd, Marty VR in 4th, Bobby 5th, Marcy Dangly Ball in 6th, JRC 87 7th, so we're just waiting for these lights to drop. And they're off. It's a good start by Diablo. The Audi seems to get off the line really well. GT Adey Gee holding his own though, still holding that first position. So good start by everyone so far. Glitching out, which is good to see. So GT Adey Gee then just creeping out already, half a second lead. Diablo in 2nd, he's also got half a second lead over Bobby, coming under pressure from Marty VR though. Marty VR sneaking down the inside. GT Adey Gee's run himself wide through that turn. So he's starting to come under pressure now from the just extending through there. Managed to keep himself on track through that little right hand kick then. So Diablo still holding that 2nd, MRC Bobby 3rd. Pav's managed to sneak through into 4th already. It's a blazing run by Pav. He started way at the back of the pack, finishing 3rd at the last race. Marty VR in 5th. Potham Pot also fighting his way through the pack into 6th already. TNR Philo right on his rear bumper as they head down the start-finish straight. Positions could change here. Potham Pot closing in on Marty VR in front, pulls out to the left to make a move. TNR Philo follows him through. Ooh, MRC Dangly Ball just gets a little bit fighty with Marty VR there, pushes him wide a little bit. And unfortunately now sitting in 10th position for MRC Dangly Ball, 11th. So now in the back of the pack, so we just watched JRC come firing that silver bullet through there. NGR Gr3 9th place, right on the tail end of this little pack here. So Louis run wide, that's going to give Gr3 a chance. Louis onto him though, chucks his car in the middle of the track. So let's go back to the front of this race. GT Adey Gee still leading then. Good 1.4 second lead over MRC Bobby in 2nd. Let's put the old gubbins on. He's out on the racing softs as well. So we'll see what sort of tyre structures he's got. But Pav making a move on MRC Bobby then. This Audi is quick in a straight line. Side by side through this first turn. Looks like Bobby's got the run. Can Pav hold his nerve? No, he's actually chucked himself back into 3rd position. Diablo now down in 4th. Looks like he's trying to avoid those curves. TNR Philo's managed to get his way past Potter. So TNR Philo up into 5th, then Potter in 6th. Marty VR 7th now. Gr3 8th. Louis in 9th. Dangly Ball 10th. JRC 87, so Dangly Ball get his way past JRC as well. So back up to the front, GT Adey Gee, that gap come down to just a 2nd now. So MRC Bobby is within slipstream range. Pav a bit closer to Bobby though, he's half a second. So he'll get a good toe down here. He was making a move last lap. Pav's actually got fastest lap of the race with a 106.6 currently. Filo's up into 4th. Potter's followed them through, so they both managed to sneak past Diablo, pushing Diablo down into 6th. So 2 BMW drivers, differing BMWs, but the BMW drivers just the same. Could well be RATS. Diablo then coming under pressure from Marty VR then. He's run himself wide through that turn. Marty VR's looking for an outside move, but Diablo's got the inside into this turn. Marty VR's gone for a move down the inside though. Not quite made that stick. Burnt Fry's closing in on this pair though. So it's going to be a good run down this start-finish straight. Burnt Fry's already trying to make a move on Marty VR. Himself out to the left, goes for a move down the inside on Marty VR, holds that position. So, move by Burnt Fry. Marty VR's coming for the switch back again. Unfortunately, he's not quite able to do that. He tried that last lap as well, but on Diablo, but it didn't work. So maybe then 9th. Closed down by MRC Dangly Ball. JRC's dropped off this bunch a little bit. He's 4.5 seconds back now, sitting in 11th position. Go back up to the front. GT Deli still leading. MRC Bobby is under some real pressure now from Pav from 46. Before we on board with Pav, then he throws himself out to the left down the inside of MRC Bobby into this first turn. You see Pav firing himself past though. Bobby's got a good run out. He's chucked his nose down the inside. He's going to get the move done down this inside. He's not. He's had to back out and allow Pav to keep it. It's a good drive by Pav. Easy to get it wrong through there. So back down into 3rd for MRC Bobby. TNR Philo less than 5 seconds back. Potts right on his rear end though, and he's got Diablo and now Burnt Fry coming into this mix. Burnt Fry's gone for a move down the inside of Diablo. Diablo's just got to keep the power on. He'll have the inside line for this next turn. So holds that 6th position currently then for Diablo. See how close Potter was to TNR Philo. Potter's going to get a good run down this start-finish straight. Might be able to gain the position on Philo down here. TNR Philo throws himself down the inside of the track. Potter unable to get past him yet, so he still holds that 5th then Potter. Just to break away from Diablo and Burnt Fry though. These two having a bit of a punch up at the minute. Bumper to bumper action between the 2 German cars. Almost a little bit of off-track action there for Diablo. So he's Burnt Fry just trying to stick with him before that start finish straight. Right on his rear end, drifting it through there. Both drivers having a bit of a rear end moment around there. So I just want to keep my eye on this pair as well. Pot unfortunately has lost a bit of time now to TNR Philo in front. I've missed the move for 1st place. Pav's up into P1. He's managed to get past GT Deli B. GT Deli B trying to get back in the slipstream as soon as possible. Driving from Pav. Taking the lead of this race quite early on. Lap 8. Marcy Bobby in 3rd, then TNR Philo. Still 5-second gap. Pot's lost a little bit more time again to TNR Philo. It's to about a second now. Burnfry's got past Diablo though, looking to 6, looking to close in on Potomac Pot, 1.3 seconds back. Diablo's now got a fend off MRC Dangly Ball in the fellow Audi. He's got on board with Dangly Ball as he tries to chase down Diablo. So Dangly Ball had a couple of off-track moments as well, so he's right on Diablo's rear bumper now as they head down this start-finish straight. It's not a straight yet, it is now. Oh, it is a bit of glitching from Dangly Ball by the look of it. So it's Audi versus Audi down here. Not able to do it, Dangly Ball. I think Diablo's getting just a little bit of a toe off Burnfry in front. So looking to make a move now down the inside into this turn 2. Not getting the drive out of the corner. So losing out again, Diablo holding that 5th. So TNR Philo's been in the pits. Fresh set of racing softs for him, down in 7th position. Potomac Pot's also pits as well. Oh, but he's got off track. He's lost a lot of time to TNR Philo. 4.3 seconds, the gap between those two. So Louis also been in. RTVR's been in. JRC's been in. Fresh set of racing mediums. Gone for a full tank as well. Looking to run long then for JRC. Have yet to stop. Quarter of a tank. Tyre's not looking too bad either. GT Delhi B, very similar situation. Tyre's not looking bad on that Mercedes. Bobby also a little bit less fuel. It's just looking a little bit more worn out than the drivers in front. GT Delhi B is a lot less wear on the right side of his car, as with Pav. I'll see Bobby punching his car then. Trying 4th, again yet to stop, started on the mediums. Just under a quarter of a tank, about 1/8 of a tank. So he'll have to pit quite soon. Diablo's up to 5th then, also out on the racing mediums. Bad on fuel. Philo Mino's just been in, so he's holding half a tank. Fresh set of racing softs. Potomac Pot. Rear end damage from that off-track action as well. 6.7 the gap back to from Philo. So half a tank. Fresh set of racing softs for him as well. Sticking 2 wheels on the grass there. I think that's slowing him down a little bit. So Dangly Ball in 8th. He's also been in the pits. Set racing softs, just over half a tank. Louis been in, we've just seen him. Martin R's been in. JRC's been in, so just the top 3 drivers, sorry, top 4 drivers, 5 drivers. Shut up. Not in the pit yet. But perhaps making a good run. He's got 2.5 second gap over GT Delhi B in 2nd. Bob's gas light must be on right now. Will he come in or will he brave one more? He's 3.5 seconds back from GT Delhi B. Smashed into the wall as well on the exit of that turn. That's the corner I was talking about earlier. So it looks like Bob's coming in then. Oh, he's into the wall. He's into the wall. Oh, that's going to upset Bob. That's going to upset Bob so much. Pav then stays out. 3.2 second his gap now over GT Delhi B into lap 12 of this 28 lap race. Burnfry open to 3rd. Again, he stuck it out for one more lap. Not a lot of fuel on board for Burnfry. Diablo also a bit more fuel on board. Tyres not looking too bad either on the mediums. Philo's closed them in though. 2.4 second gap. Now on the fresh softs. Out with half a tank. So Dangly Ball in 6th. What's happened to Potomac Pot? Potomac Pot in 9th then. So it looks like he might have had another bit of off-track action. He's not going for tyres. reason he's not had that damage repaired, unless he's been in, had that damage repaired and smashed his car again. So out of the fight with TNR Philo in this race currently then for Potter, MRC Dangley Ball 6th. He also runs it a little bit wide through there. Clips that wall on the exit. Slows it down a little bit. Diablo, Burnfry and GT Deli B, all three of those drivers in the pits now. Pav stayed out again. Still plenty of fuel on board for Pav. 16.2 second lead over TNR Philo. Might lose that position. He will have to go in the pits, take on board a lot of fuel, not be paying attention to how long people have spent in the pits. About 16 seconds currently. Don't think that's enough to hold that position. So losing a bit of time now, Pav. What's he think about coming in? Doesn't, he's going to go for one more. So lost half a second to TNR Philo. He's extended a little bit more again though, so not doing too bad then, Pav. GT Deli B still holding that third. He's got MRC Dangley Ball right on his rear bumper though. The second between those two drivers, that gap coming down as well due to the slipstream. So Marty VR, Louis and Diablo all fighting it out. Marty VR in 5th. Louis a little bit wide through the exit of that turn, allowing Diablo through. Looking to make a move straight down the inside. So Diablo will have the line into this next turn. So up to 6th then for Diablo, 7th for Louis. Martin in pot 8 then managed to make another place up. Burnfry 9th. So he's also been in the pits recently, fresh set of racing softs, almost full tank as well. He was out on the mediums, looking to run a bit longer. So Bobby 10th. Likes drifting that BMW, does Bob. You can just see him have a bit of a collision on the way into the pits. But he's swearing, he might have chucked his cap, who knows. JRC 87 struggling in this one, didn't do too bad in race 1, for some reason just struggling in this one, down in 11th, 8.9 seconds back from MRC Bobby. So TNR Philo up into P1. Pav out 3/4 of a tank racing mediums, looking to run long then Pav. GT Deli B 6 seconds back. Dangley Ball close that gap a little bit more, down to 3/4 of a second. Marty VR now coming under pressure from Diablo. We've just seen Diablo get his way past Louis into turn 1. Looks like he might be trying to make the same move on Marty VR. Right on his rear bumper through this last turn as they head onto the start-finish straight. So Diablo looking good for P5. Throws himself over to the left. So it's a straight out drag race down here, but Diablo's going to win out on that one. So he just sort of runs Marty VR wide there, so he can't get the cut back on him. So to 5th then for Diablo. Marty VR's right on him though. Almost getting a rear wheel on the grass there, Marty VR, looking to explore those track limits. So Potter will pop up into 7th. He's now got Burnfry right on his rear end. He's still holding that rear end damage as Potter. Maybe that's affecting him a little bit. Burnfry going for the switch back on Potter. Potter will have the line into this next turn though. Holds his nerve. Burnfry's going to get a good run down this start-finish straight. takes 7th from Potomac Potts. He's already in front. Potomac Potts slips right behind him to try and get the toe back. So Burnfry up into 6th, then Potter 7th. So Bobby in 8th, Marty VR 9th. So winning for a fresh set of tyres is Marty VR. JLC up into 10th. But he's out on the mediums, of course he is. Louis in 11th after his stop now as well. So TNR Philo, so he got about an 1/8 of a tank. He's only got a 3.8 second lead over Pav. Pav's holding just over half a tank. Fresh set of racing mediums. So looking to take that place back off Philo when he comes in the pits. So on to lap 18 of 28, still 10 laps remaining. Adey Gee now coming under some real pressure from Dangly Ball. Still holding that 3rd though. Not letting the pressure get to him, GT Adey Gee. He's a consistent racer, isn't Delhi? Also got a YouTube channel, go check him out. Pav46 also got a YouTube channel, go check him out. MRC Bobby I think has got a channel as well, go check him out. But definitely go check out Adey Gee, who's running the Pro-Am lobby currently. Exactly the same setup as this, just different drivers. So is TNR Philo going to run an extra lap, or is he going to come in? So Philo stays out, 3.7 seconds gap now over Pav. And that gap coming down quite rapidly as well. So Pav on for a good position in this race. GT Adey Gee and Dangly Ball are still at it. Dangly Ball unfortunately a little bit too far back this time to try and make a move on Delhi. So Diablo in 5th. Burnfry not that far back, 2.6. Looks like he quite likes driving this little Z4. Marty VR in 7th. MRC Bobby in 8th. JRC in 9th. Louis in 10th. Potomac Pot then made a stop, half a tank racing softs. But now sitting at the back of the pack with a lot of work to do. 51 seconds away from race leader TNR Philo currently. Philo just clipping the wall on the exit. We should see him come in the pits this time, unless he's super brave. So into the pits for Philo then. Pav46 already at the pit entrance. Let's see what sort of gap there is when Philo comes back out of the pits. GT Adey Gee also coming through now, as is Dangly Ball. These guys will have stopped. Maybe not GT Adey Gee, only half a tank. Yeah, you're going to have to stop possibly a lot later on. So TNR Philo is now 10.5 seconds back from race lead. Out on a fresh set of racing softs, just under half a tank. Pav now leading 8 seconds he's got over GT Adey. GT Adey's done a really good job of fending off Dangly Ball. He's just drifting that Audi through there, so the tyre wear starting to come into effect on Dangly Ball's car. And now he's got TNR Philo closing down on him onto this start-finish straight. Fresh set of tyres. Got a good run out the exit of that turn as well, so Dangly Ball coming under a bit of pressure now. He's gaining on GT Adey Gee with the slipstream down here. So Philo less than a second back from Dangly Ball, closing in even more now. And taking the paint off the wings of that BMW. Right on Dangly Ball's rear bumper then, side by side, running right straight around the outside for Philo. So up into 3rd, it was a good move by him, straight around the outside of Dangly Ball, around that little right-hand kink. Very brave move. So now he's got 1.1 to make up on GT Delhi B in front. Delhi B's on the Warn Racing softs. Dangly Ball's just spun it backwards into the hair, to the double apex. So down in 6th then is allowed Diablo and Burnfry to go through. So Philo almost pushing GT Delhi B down this track then, looking to make a move before turn 1. Absolutely nothing GT Delhi B can do about that. Slipstream just too strong. Still holding 3rd position for GT Delhi B. Diablo in 4th then. Being tailed by Burnfry. These two have been at it for quite a while. And these two have just managed to sneak their way past Dangly Ball after he span himself off track. He's back on the racetrack though. After pitting, fresh set of racing mediums, just under half a tank. Now in 7th, Marty VR managed to sneak through into 6th then. So Bobby in 8th. So 22, he's just run himself wide. It's going to slow him down a bit. Louis 9th, Potter McPot has made a position up on JRC 87, so we're up into 10th for Potter. JRC rocking some great big TOR and Dark Smoker stickers there, but obviously didn't give you the added brake horsepower you needed in this race. So the TOR logo is the sponsors for this season. It's Team Oliver Racing. Thank you, Michael and Stuart. I think Potter McPot's made a replica truck. I think it was. I'm sure he'll show it here at some point. Pav then, 8.6 second, he's leading this race now. TNR Philo in 2nd place, getting past GT Delhi B. He's only holding quarter of a tank. Pav's in a very similar situation fuel-wise, but on the racing medium, so the slower tyre. As we've seen, this hour is pretty quick. Just having the distance there, that's the gap that TNR Philo's got to make up. Pav is actually pulling away a little bit down there, 8.7 seconds that gap now. So the combination of this track and that Audi working in Pav's favour tonight. 2 more races for him. Philo in 2nd, GT Delhi B in 3rd then. So Burnfry getting past Diablo after all that. Big gap as well. So just losing out in the pit stop there, I think Diablo, and has missed the overtake by Burnfry. Marty VR in 6th then. He's now coming back under pressure from MRC Dangly Ball, who we saw spin himself off track. That 6th position. A few more laps to do it. Bobby in 8th then. 5 seconds back from that fight. Kind of out on his own a little bit at the minute, MRC Bobby. Louis in 9th. Potter McPot then slowly closing in on him. 1.5 seconds that gap. Pav has pit. Pav has pit once. He's been in once. He's been in for 2 sets of racing mediums, I think. But yes, when you get to the end, he's got these last couple of corners and a couple of laps to do. Just under quarter of a tank on board for Pav. Still holding 7.8 second lead over 2nd place TNR Philo. A little bit more fuel on board for Philo. Pav then just coming through to start lap 26. Again, you can see that Audi's so quick in a straight line, it's managed to pull away from Philo. Gap almost back up to 8 seconds. It does just flick over the 8-second mark there. GT Delhi B still in that P3. Looking for a fresh set of racing mediums. Looking to run to the end now then. Burnfly also not long been in for a set of racing softs. 4th place for him. So again, not a bad restart to this season for NGR Gr3. Diablo in 5th. Dangly Ball, he's managed to get past Marty VR, then up into 6th then for MRC Dangly Ball. Marty VR looks like he's been in for a fresh set of tyres actually. Yeah, he's got a fresh set of racing mediums on. So MRC Bobby in 8th. Louis in 9th, just being overtaken by Potter McPot down the inside there, so Potter up into 9th then. He's got 2.5 seconds to make up on Bobby. Come to the close of this race soon. Absolutely putting the pressure on Bobby though. He's got that gap down to 1.3 seconds. Less than a second. I think Bobby's struggling a little bit on those tyres. He is. So the medium's almost worn out for MRC Bobby. I think we're going to see Potter McPot get this position done very early on down this straight. Depending if Louis can get a good run, he's going to get a good charge on MRC Bobby in the next lap or two as well. So easily past them for Potter McPot up into 8th position. MRC Bobby 9th, 10th, 2.4 back from MRC Bobby. 2 more laps to go. JRC 4.5 back for JRC. The meaty sounding Corvette. So where are we at with Pav? On to the final lap. So he's got a 6.8 second lead over 2nd place TNR Philo. Just started his 2nd lap now. So Pav's just got to keep it clean for this final lap. Very good points on the board for Pav for tonight's 2 races. Keep it on track, Pav. Don't throw it away now. 6.5 the gap. Keeps it clean. TNR Philo doesn't stand a chance. Go easy on that gas pedal. Don't run out of fuel either. So Pav is taking it very easy around these turns by the look of it. Just making sure he keeps it in a straight line where he needs to. Onto this final turn, then down the start-finish straight. Keeps that 6-second lead over TNR Philo. Comes across the line with a great big handbrake. 1st place for Pav. Great race, Pav. TNR Philo coming home in 2nd. No handbrake for Philo. Come on, Philo. I'm going to get one out of you before the end of this season. GT Delhi B then holds 3rd position. Came with a lot of pressure during this race. Another slow handbrake, and then Gr3 across the line for 4th. Diablo coming home in 5th position. Australian handbrake, he goes the other way. Now see Dangly Ball straight across the line. RTVR then coming home in 7th position. Potter McPot, what we got from Potter McPot, he's already handbraked about 15 miles before the line. Just crossing the line. Oh my god, we've got missiles coming in from everywhere. Potter takes 8th. MRC Bobby 9th. Louis in 10th. JRC in 11th. Unfortunately, we did lose a Street Boy from the lobby, and we also lost Moss 1984. Connection issues for the pair of them. No rage quitting. Pav 46. Nice race. 2 stops. Was that 1 stop on the mediums, and that was it. Played, Pav. Very well played. So, although they don't get points in this season, this series, I'm giving Pav 46 driver of the day. I'm giving him that. Not even asking you lot to vote. You can vote if you want. You can put your penneth in, but I'm giving him driver of the day, even though it's not officially part of this league. See what's going on in the chat. Ah, poor Bob. Bob a little bit upset that Potter managed to sneak past him at the end of that race. Yeah, it was a good race. It was a good race, Sean. And congratulations to Pav from Sean Daniels there. MRC boys representing tonight. So I forget where we're at next week, actually. Let me see if I can just find that quickly. I know it's back at the 2-race format. Let's just find that. So, next week. Ooh. Actually, not a lot of information about it, but Laguna Seca. You know, the corkscrew, the one that used to be in the game where you'd always go through their stupid speeds. Yeah, that one. But no, doesn't actually give me any information on how many laps, etc. Yet to be tested by the look of it. Coming soon then, but it looks like it is Laguna Seca for next week. It'll be a 2-race format again. So a 15-minute quali into a sprint race, followed by a reverse grid feature race. As in tonight, myself, I'm back tomorrow night, 9 o'clock for P1 Renault Megane Trophies. It's the final race this week for me in Delhi B's Wide Open Throttle League. It's been a great league, actually. It's GR3s and GR4s. First race GR4s, second race GR3s. No tyre wear, no fuel, just all-out racing. Really good bunch in the lobby. Yeah, it's been good, but that's me racing. But I'm not streaming my races at the minute, so you lot can just hold off. All right. And then back Sunday for P1 boys again. They are starting a new GR3 league themselves, so come and check that out. That should be good. And then Monday we're back with the minis at 8:30. So the Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup is hosted by Next Gen. And that's 8:30 on Monday. So that's the lineup. You know what's coming next? I'm getting all sorts of random chat randoms. So all drivers in this lobby are going to get oh, I can't pick burn fry, never mind. Some adjusting car settings, no problem. Want to go to a lobby, I'll answer my own question with that's a good idea. And what should I put? Almost, or I'll do my best. There we go. You can have all those random quotes returned at you. So yes, you know what's coming up. You know the itinerary. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock for the Renaults. 9 o'clock again Sunday for the new GR3s for the P1 boys. 8:30 Monday for the minis, and 8:30 Wednesday for next round of this Laguna Seca. Some laps is all I can tell you. So, you know what it is. It's that time. I'm going, peeps. I hope you've enjoyed what you've been watching. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Go check out Adey Gee. I'll put all the links in descriptions to sim racing groups, to all the sponsors. Big shout out to the guys at TOR for the season sponsorship. Yeah, I'll put it all in the description. Just go look at the description. Damn it. Right, going. This is it. Definitely going this time. My name's Dark Smoker. Tell your mates, tell your mum, I'm out of here.